How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel in a brand new video. So today I'm going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1044. So this has been a very excruciating 2 weeks of waiting, I assume, for most of you. Thankfully for me, if you can tell by the background, things have changed because I have moved. I'm in a new place, so these last 2 weeks were pretty easy for me. They flew by. They flew by so quick. And now we're here, chapter 1044 just got released. The last chapter was pure insanity, dropping a bombshell, dude. Bombshell of a revelation. Luffy and Joy Boy are one and the same. Potentially Nika as well. That was crazy to me. That was insane. When you look back at it, like the seeds have been planted ever since Skypiea arc. The foreshadowing has always been there. We just didn't know because we didn't have a clue back then. But when you go back and look at the chapter, the arc of Skypiea, when they're having the freaking the campfire and Usopp is playing the drums, Luffy's shadow looks just like Sun God Nika, and it's like everything makes sense at this point. Everything is starting to make sense. Crazy chapter. 1043 was probably the best chapter in a long time, for sure. 100%, no doubt about that. So how are they going to follow it up with it? Is Oda going to continue where he left off? Or is he going to kind of swerve us and then go into a completely new part of the story? You know, we got that big reveal at the end of 1043. Are we going to continue, or are we going to get teased and then go into like something that is completely unrelated? You know what I'm saying? There's really not much else I can say about 1043. Crazy chapter, insane chapter, definitely right up there. One of the best One Piece chapters I have ever read. Before I begin, there's just so much in 1043 that happened because Zunisha, you know, essentially said that the drums of liberation are playing again, and that for the first time in 800 years, Joy Boy has appeared. And then we cut to the last panel where Luffy was smiling. Like I said, I legit think Kaido killed him, and then somehow Joy Boy's will or spirit or something along those lines prevented Luffy from dying or revived him. And now we're going to see a transformed Luffy. Now that Luffy seems to be powering up with the spirit of Joy Boy in some type of way, I'm kind of asking myself, like, who is going to be his final opponent? Is it going to, like, not final opponent, but who can he fight after Kaido? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got potentially, we know Blackbeard's on the table. Blackbeard, Im. We haven't seen anything of Im since the Reverie arc. I have a feeling we'll see more of Im once Wano ends, and that would be very welcome because, you know, she had the giant straw hats that everybody assumes belongs to Joy Boy, who speculation has been going around that he is a giant, and I've always believed that, and it would make sense, especially given recent events. And then we have Shanks, who I think could be a potential opponent for Luffy, although he hasn't shown any bad intentions towards Luffy. I am still in the minority. I bet I'm in the minority, but I am of the belief that Shanks is actually a bad guy. He's a heel. He's going to turn heel on Luffy, and it's just going to become all messed up. I have no idea what's going to happen. But, alright, let me just get right into the chapter. One Piece chapter 1044, Warrior of Liberation. Cover story, Germa 66, Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 8. Mama's out at sea. Let's start our research. Okay. Boy, the Vinsmoke brothers are having a tough time, it seems. But, alright, moving on. Okay, so the chapter starting off with like a drum beat. Bump. A resounding pulse. Okay. And then we have Zunisha. What's happening? How can I still stand? I just lost. But I feel like I'm having a blast. You know, this panel already is freaking giving me chills. I am not even kidding right now, dude. I am not even kidding. This panel it gave me goosebumps right now. Not even kidding you. I just lost, but I'm feeling like I feel like I'm having a blast, and he's laughing. Luffy's laughing. Luffy is Joy Boy? Pleasure Wall, right brain tower. Sanji, okay. Sir Pirate, you're awake. Sanji's hyperventilating right now. Luffy, Live floor. What the is? Oh, everybody's okay. Everybody is looking up at the sky. They're looking up. They're noticing something about Luffy is different. Sanji's like, Luffy. Kid is like, what the? Law can't. Law has no words. And then Hyogoro's like, is that Sir Straw Hat? Marco. He's looking up. He's like, Straw Hat. Hey, you too. He's still breathing. Luffy's still alive. You've got to be okay, right, big bro? We are cutting to Marijois. We are cutting to Marijois. This is big right now. Okay, the Holy Land Marijois, the Hall of Power Pangea Castle. We sacrificed one of our best agents and enraged Kaido. Are we sure our priorities are straight? This may be better than the alternative. It's imperative that we snuff out something this problematic. No matter the era, the world government has always failed to acquire the gum fruit, even after 800 years of trying. Okay, so now we know the fruit that the elders were talking about way back in the chapter when Zunisha first appeared in Wano. It's not the time fruit. It's not Otama's fruit. It's not Blackbeard's. It's the gum fruit. Okay, so look, this is big news right here, dude. No matter the era, so they've tried for 800 years, no matter the era, the world government has always failed to acquire the gum fruit, even after 800 years of trying. After 800 years. Oh, that means Joy Boy had the fruit, of course, he had to. It's almost as if the fruit itself is evading us. Well, that's not impossible. Oh my gosh, dude. Are you looking at this panel? I'm so used to my camera being down there. Are you looking at this panel? The elders are saying that's not impossible. All Zoan fruits have a will of their own, and this one carries the name of a god. After all, the gum fruit is really a mythical I cannot deal with what I'm reading right now. I cannot deal with what I'm reading right now. After all, the gum fruit is really a mythical zone. It's the okay. Woo! It's the human fruit. Model Nika. The silhouette, dude. Its user's body gains the properties of rubber in combat. They're supposedly only limited by their imagination, putting smiles on faces far and wide. They are the embodiment of the warrior of liberation, sun god Nika. Oh my jeez, this is... I cannot believe what I'm reading, dude. I feel like it. I feel like I could freaking run a marathon outside right now. I'm not even kidding, dude. Awakening exponentially strengthens their rubbery body, and they have even more freedom. It is allegedly the most ridiculous power in the world. I know people are not going to be happy about this because, like I said in my last video, the One Piece fandom is split into two halves. The people who hate, who completely dread that Luffy is supposedly a chosen one, and they want Luffy to have all his accomplishments based off of sheer Luffiness, per se. Like, Luffy is the only one that could have made the fruit work. You know what I'm saying? But this is different. Oh my gosh, okay. Treasure repository, second floor. Hiyori, I really admired Odin. Think about what you're doing. It was all Kaido. He was using me. We can still run away together. Just remove these nails and... You spat in the face of a samurai you owed. Who would still believe you? My father kept his promise, did he not? He danced like a fool for 5 long years because he thought you and Kaido would honor the secret arrangement you made and free Wano. He never even told his own family. My father was a man who kept his word. He still expected the same of you when you agreed to let them go. If he was stood being boiled for an entire hour, even while his body was being burned by the oil, despite it all, he always smiled. Always. I can't even fathom my father's suffering. He had to shoulder the burden by himself because the entire nation was their hostage. What's the matter, Hiyori? Father, are you really okay with what everyone says about you? Of course I am. We're getting a mini flashback here. You know why? Because I have you guys. Odin is such a sick character, dude. Odin is a tight character. Really? Then I swear I'll always be here for you. Oh yes, I've always said Odin was a great samurai. As Shogun, I can ensure his legacy is recognized. Ooh, this panel is so sick. I love this artwork. Look at that facial expression. Hold your tongue, you miserable wretch. I am Kazuki Hiyori. I was always proud to carry my father's name, even when I was starving and covered in rags. You, on the other hand, never had a trace of honor. Every day your shogun was one day too many, and as each day passed, more and more lives were lost. Wait, stop. Don't do it. Don't do something you're going to regret. Seeking revenge is a dated ideology. He'll come down, don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, I know he can't get stuck. I'm just kind of like...
Back to the reading. Sorry, my cat Bruce is exploring the new place, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye out for him right now, as much as I can. Anyway, all right, back to the reading. Don't do something you're going to regret. Seeking revenge is dated ideology, you know. Besides, killing me makes no difference. Kaido will still be unbeatable. Orochi-sama. Is that freaking Kanjuro's spirit? Huh? I have failed. Is that you, Kanjuro? This is as far as I go. Your timing is impeccable. This is the ideal stage for your real final performance. Burn that woman to ash. Go on, take her. The failed revenge of a shrew, 20 years in the making. It's the perfect title for this tragic comedy. Take a look, Hiyori. A Kazuki survivor should know that fortune favors the mighty. Orochi. That's the wrong way. What the heck? Dang. Orochi got wrecked, dude. The dawn will come. Kanjuro, you idiot. Hiyori. Oh, that's it for her. That's it for friggin' Orochi. Kanjuro getting a little bit of redemption here. Not bad. Kanjuro, you idiot. Hiyori saved me. It burns. The Kazuki clan will always keeps its promises. I feel like anything's possible now. I can keep fighting a bit longer. This is my peak. This is 5th gear. What did I say? 5th gear was bound to happen in this arc. 100%. 5th gear. This is my peak. This is 5th gear. So does that mean he doesn't go up to 6th gear? Interesting. Oh crap. What is 5th gear gonna look like? Luffy's about to come out looking freaking sick, dude. Kaido's like, hey, you guys. What the hell is that? It's on the roof. I hope we get it. What does he look like? Big panel. Let me look at the art carefully. Hey, what's happening? Conqueror's Hockey? Where's it coming from? Yo, that hand is huge, dude. Straw Hat. Luffy? There's a smile. There's a smile. That arm is huge. Just to grab Kaido's dragon body like that? Holy crap. Kaido. A lot of action panels right now. Oh, we got a little tease of what he looks like. Look at this. He's laughing like, she. Take this. Is he swinging him? Look from the panel, it kind of looks like Luffy is swinging him by the tail, and then kind of doing one of those things that the freaking Hulk did on Loki in the Avengers. Okay, Straw Hat. So you're still alive. I'm grateful. Blast breath. Okay. Panels, just a lot of action scenes. Look at this picture. 5th gear. Sorry about that idiot from before. I didn't want it to end like that. Yeah. Don't sweat it. Now let's finish this. The battle reaches its finale next issue. cover and color spread. And that's going to be the end of chapter 1044. You know, there's so much that happened in this chapter. This, first of all, I'm very glad that Oda decided that he would continue right where he left off. There were no teases. There was no cutting to another part of the arc or any other random stuff. He continued right where 1043 left off, and this was insane. Massive chapter. This is One Piece. This is One Piece. Although I don't know how I feel about Luffy's look in fifth gear, but maybe it'll look better in the anime. Although Luffy gear forms always tend to look a bit silly, but maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I gotta see him from other angles and other. Maybe I just gotta see him more. Essentially, he looks a bit weird, but I cannot believe that the Gum Gum fruit is actually a mythical Zoan, the human fruit. I gotta say though, this chapter is like, there's a lot of things running through my head because first of all, as I said in the beginning, Shanks, there is more to Shanks than we know. He is definitely in cahoots. He is in with the world government, 100%. In fact, I think Shanks is a celestial dragon himself. I'm not... Does that sound ridiculous? Maybe, but I think he is definitely a celestial dragon. He knows a lot more than we know, and really when you think about it, Shanks is mysterious. We know nothing about him. Next to nothing. So he was in possession of the Gum Gum fruit at first. No, hold on. CP9 was guarding it, right? CP9 was guarding the Gum Gum fruit because Who's Who told Jinbei that the reason why he got axed is because he was in charge of guarding the Gum Gum fruit, and then it got stolen by Shanks, right? So why Shanks steal that specific devil fruit? There's so much thought, so many thoughts going into my head right now, like just constantly about this chapter. I'm gonna have to reread this, do a look back at other chapters and cross-reference because there is so much going on here. So basically, the fruit was being protected. Shanks stole it. Luffy ate it, and then, dang, dude. So this thing is. The user, so I'm reading the text, it says, the user gains the properties of rubber in combat. They're supposedly only limited by their imagination. So maybe that's why Roger and his crew laughed when they reached Laugh Tale, because whatever treasure was left behind, whatever they found there, we do know that Roger mentioned Joy Boy by name. So could it be that Roger just laughed because something in the island, like he basically got to know that there really is no stopping imagination if it comes to this fruit, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they laughed. There's so much going on. One thing I also gotta say is that I really like how Kaido essentially apologized to Luffy for what happened earlier, and you know that's a concept in itself. Imagine a Yonko, an emperor, apologizing to you and continuing to battle. So the caption said the battle is reaching its climax. So does the fight end next chapter? Very well could end. So what happens to Kaido is like what I'm thinking. Either he dies, or he gets incapacitated and gets arrested, or he becomes some type of ally, because I can't see Kaido fighting against someone who is actually Joy Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is so much to unpack in this chapter. I'm gonna have to do a reread, like I said, and cross-reference other chapters, previous chapters, early arcs like Skypiea, everything. Crazy chapter. Anyway, that's gonna do it for my reading of chapter 1044 of One Piece. Insane chapter. This arc is probably, it's reaching its end, and this specific chapter, 1043 and 1044, those two chapters are perhaps, like, I haven't been this hyped about a chapter since Big News and Ultimate back in the day. This couple of chapters we've just had possibly the best of the entire arc, plus maybe even the entire series. Insanity. I don't know what else I can say. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what y'all thought about this. And other than that, hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe out there and take care.